China's official assertions about the J-20's radar improvements have generated significant attention, especially the claim that the integration of silicon carbide (SiC) semiconductor technology in the radar system has tripled its detection range, reaching up to 600 to 700 kilometers, with some outlets even pushing the figure close to 1,000 kilometers. While such claims serve as a strong propaganda tool for Beijing's narrative of military modernization and technological self-reliance, a detailed, fact-based analysis grounded in radar physics and operational realities reveals these figures to be largely exaggerated and misleading. Radar detection range fundamentally depends on multiple interrelated factors: the radar's transmitted power, antenna size and sensitivity, operating frequency, environmental conditions, and most importantly, the radar cross-section (RCS) of the target. Large, non-stealth aircraft such as aerial refueling tankers, AWACS, or transport planes present a radar cross-section often measured in tens or even hundreds of square meters. Detecting such targets at several hundred kilometers with a powerful radar system is within the realm of possibility, even with current fighter-sized radars. The reported improvements in the J-20's radar performance, aided by silicon carbide technology, which is known for its superior thermal handling, higher voltage operation, and reduced signal loss, could theoretically push detection ranges somewhat further for large targets. However, the critical operational challenge lies in detecting stealth aircraft, which are designed explicitly to minimize their radar signature, often down to fractions of a square meter or less. The U.S. F-22 Raptor and F-35 Lightning II, benchmarks of fifth-generation stealth, achieve effective radar cross-sections reportedly around 0.001 square meters, which drastically reduces the detection range by enemy radars. The physical laws governing radar propagation and detection, the radar range equation, dictate that detection range decreases exponentially with the reduction in RCS. Even with silicon carbide upgrades, the J-20's radar, constrained by its physical size and power availability on a fighter platform, is highly unlikely to detect such stealth aircraft at the hundreds of kilometers ranges China claims. Realistically, detection of stealth fighters by an AESA radar on another fighter would occur at significantly shorter ranges, roughly between 100 to 150 kilometers under ideal conditions, if at all. The leap from a detection range of about 300 kilometers to 600 to 700 kilometers is not simply a matter of swapping materials in the radar electronics. To double detection range, a radar must increase its power output roughly 16 times due to the inverse fourth power relationship between radar range and signal strength. For a fighter-sized radar, limited by antenna aperture and cooling capacity, achieving such an enormous power increase is practically impossible without compromising the aircraft's other operational aspects, such as weight and reliability. Thus, the purported tripling of detection range appears inconsistent with known engineering constraints and combat experience. Engine development issues further limit the J-20's true potential. While the WS-15 engine is touted as the future powerplant, capable of supercruise and greater thrust, its widespread deployment has yet to materialize. Many operational J-20s still rely on the less powerful WS-10C or Russian-supplied engines, resulting in suboptimal thrust-to-weight ratios, limited supercruise capability, and restricted overall maneuverability. Without reliable, high-performance engines, the J-20 cannot fully exploit stealth or sensor advantages in contested airspace, where speed and agility often determine survival. Moreover, the J-20's design incorporates aerodynamic features such as canards and conventional round engine nozzles, which increase its radar and infrared signatures compared to the highly optimized stealth shaping of U.S. fighters. Canards increase radar reflectivity from the front and side aspects, while exposed nozzles produce stronger infrared emissions, making the aircraft more susceptible to detection and tracking by enemy sensors. These compromises suggest that China prioritized range and payload over stealth purity, leaving the J-20 at a disadvantage in environments with advanced integrated air defense systems. Operational experience further underscores the gap between China's claims and reality. Unlike U.S. stealth fighters, which have been rigorously tested in combat zones and integrated into complex joint operations, the J-20 has yet to demonstrate combat effectiveness. There is no public evidence that it has operated in contested airspace or faced sophisticated electronic warfare environments. Its electronic warfare suite, sensor fusion capabilities, and network-centric warfare integration remain largely unproven. The success of modern air combat depends not just on individual platform capabilities but also on integrated sensors, data links, and pilot training honed in real-world engagements, areas where the U.S. maintains a clear advantage. Pentagon assessments acknowledge China's ongoing upgrades to the J-20, including improvements in avionics, engines, and weapons payload. However, U.S. defense officials have not confirmed the radar detection ranges China touts. Independent analysis and open-source intelligence suggest that China's claims are aspirational rather than operational realities. The U.S. Department of Defense continues to view the J-20 as a developing system that, while significant, does not yet match the operational maturity or technological sophistication of American fifth-generation fighters. The Chinese narrative about the J-20's radar and overall capabilities serves as a strategic message to assert technological progress and military strength. Yet, when evaluated through established principles of radar technology, aerodynamics, propulsion, and combat-tested operational experience, these claims appear overstated. The J-20 remains a promising but still maturing platform that falls short of closing the gap with the U.S. fifth-generation fighters, which benefit from decades of development, combat experience, and integration within an extensive allied force structure. The current picture strongly favors U.S. air superiority and technological leadership in stealth fighter capabilities.